Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we left off that our villainesses have been enjoying their new job in a bar, and a very sleazy bar at that one, like sex bar. They're working a sex bar. There's no
kink bar.
Kink bar. Okay, yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Most of the clientele seem to be of smaller variety, with a couple of criminals or criminal types that seem to be the exceptions, along with it seems like occasionally some people that work with of the shorter folk. A couple hours go by, and things go well. There's seem to be there's a backroom area that none of you have been to, that a bunch of clients will get in contact through you to not Tabin particularly, but some of his men that are in the area, and then they will wander into a backroom area for some time, and eventually come back and rejoin the groups they were part of, or if they were on their own, maybe come back and sit down again, or even leave after that point in time. But most of the that's kind of like what Mishka, you kind of pick up on, because you're the one that seems to be dealing with that mostly.
Yeah.
Give me another perception, or Worm, roll another perception for Mishka. Please, let's see how well you roll for Mishka this time.
If it's a 4.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
It was a
Doesn't
6.
sound like a good thing.
Well, it didn't get worse.
It didn't get worse. That is true.
Did it say exactly the same?
It said exactly
Yes.
the same.
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
You're concentrating on your work.
Look, man, Misha's not part of this social thing, okay?
Yep.
She does paperwork.
She's more
So,
concerned about the strippers and being,
Yeah.
always a prostitute or something, like...
yeah.
She wants to get this cult going.
Mm-hmm. And,
Maybe that's what she'll spend her time doing.
mm-hmm. You're thinking of ways that maybe there's some hope for some of these people here in the cult.
Yeah.
Maybe. But, no, you're just sticking with that. Most of the kind of business that goes by there is pretty simple. Again, it does seem to have a pattern to it. There's a lot of people that are looking around at you, at the people that are in the cages, or at the various events on stage, which always have a distinct sexual theme to them, whether they are singing or performances of various kind, or there's occasionally little shows of seemingly on a schedule that you don't know about. There's a show of very attractive topless women, and then there's a show of men an hour later that seem to be having clothes that do not quite cover their lower regions very well. So,
Oh, I'm sure Misha is totally, absolutely enjoying this.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by how she's reacted every other time something like this has happened.
This is happening. Well, it's another thing.
Nice.
Vercel, things are going well for you. Other than the stuff you picked up on before, most of the groups seem to be very, it keeps you busy, but there isn't particularly a lot of them. It seems like Mishka is with the other 3, kind of taking care of the show floor mostly, while you've kind of, again, been put in charge of these kind of private rooms. There actually ends up being a group of kobolds that come in. And they are very harassing of you, verbally at least. And it doesn't require a lot to pick up that they are making very implicit comments, both directly and indirectly to you. But it seems like they're at least pertaining themselves along the rules that you were told. Kind of like a look but don't touch. There's a lot of one of them's hey, sugar skills, Get me another drink! I could use another beer! Hmm. How about we wrap our tails up a little later?
Yep. Okay.
It's stuff that only if you're reptilian you'd really pick up on anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They seem to be the
they're
worst.
Retaining by the rules, so I guess I can't really do anything to them.
Yet. I mean...
Yeah, right, yet.
Mm-hmm. They are getting drunker and rowdier, though, as you go on. They're drinking a surprisingly large amount for kobolds. Then again, you're not even sure how much they can drink. A little later, though, a man with a reptilian man that he's not a lizard folk, but you're not quite sure what he is, but he has an incredibly heavy cologne on. Some kind of, like, perfume that is ungodly. Like, thick. And he wants a private kind of area.
Axe spider spray.
I'd gladly give him a very private area.
He's wearing, like, dark shades also, that he seems to only take off once he's in the private area and kind of put down, like, dark glasses. He seems actually relatively polite, though. That one. So, both of you continue. Threzee, there seems to be a breakdown at one point in time between the reptiles and the bugbears. But, it seems like one of Tebben's men kind of steps in and keeps things from getting violent as they get into an argument for a little while. There seems to be this argument about, you're thinking it's a brothel, from the sounds of it, that's kind of not controlled by either of them, but both of them want control of it. In the middle of their territories, in between them.
I wonder what that kink is that they're selling. Oh, maybe they have the short women one!
Maybe.
Apparently business does well like this, you know?
Yes. There probably is one somewhere, the short women one. This is the tall women one, there's probably a short women one. There's probably a lot of weird bars like this in the section of town. The kind of creepy man will actually come over and, like, when you're putting down the drink, will actually, like, put his hand out and grab you for a second before letting go. No need to panic, madam. I just wanted to stop you for a second. No, nothing inappropriate about that there. But, would you stay for a second?
To?
This is to, Threzee. It's the man that was wearing the dark glasses.
You know, a simple excuse me is much easier than grabbing.
He had a very cold hand, so let me put it that way.
Ugh.
I don't have many chances to meet folks out in the world. And perhaps you could, well... You see, I have a particular thirst. Perhaps you could help me with it.
Well, I can get you a drink.
Ah, yes. I don't believe they serve what I need here, for sure. This, drinks are fine, but they aren't satisfying. Would you like a private side job? Once a week. Nothing sexual. Just need you to serve me a drink.
If I'm about to be turned into a vampire by accident, I'm already in a vampire in another campaign. And what's in it for me with this side job?
How would you like enough pay to equal a full day for only showing up for half an hour.
What exactly would be required of me?
You just have to relax for a little while and just make sure that you are well fed before you arrive.
By this point, would I have any idea what he is?
Oh, let's see your skills. Probably not. Roll me religion. How about we go religion? No, you have no idea.
Nope.
Do I hear any of this?
No.
Okay.
Do you like money and easy work? How about for a day and a half's pay?
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain. But I think I can arrange that, madam.
And where would this private meeting be?
Ah, yes. Allow me to grant you my card.
Business card.
He's giving you a business card. He appears to be working for, reading it, it seems to be for a publishing company. It's called, The Devil's in the Detail.
Oh, I like this. Is there a particular time and day you'd like me to turn up here?
It says, he goes up. By the way, I go by Mr. Crowley. And you can show up. Perhaps tomorrow night we can have your first time. Once a week. Just show up a little after midnight. My people will let you in. You do seem
We'll see.
a hardy enough stock to provide my drink.
Well, we'll see if I turn up or not then. I'm just gonna walk off from him.
Excellent.
Yeah, tuck the card into whatever clothes I seem to be wearing.
Not much of them.
Yeah.
Alright, he'll continue just to enjoy himself. A little later, it looks like a bunch of businessmen will show up. They look human, but you're not sure where they're from. They look very different than most humans that you've seen before. Again, like, you have to think about, you're from Faerûd, kind of a little Middle Eastern-y place of Faerûd, but, like, you probably have not seen people that would have been of a descent of their version of South America, or their version, or Karator, which is their version of Asia. So that's basically what you got. Like, you know, very, I guess, very, very native South American looking person. They didn't have their Spanish to breed them out in this world. Good for them. And so they seem to be discussing some kind of business in a language you don't understand. It's certainly not common, and it's certainly not Thieves' Camp. Or Gang Can't, as it is in this day. Gang Can't.
I do like Gang Camp.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, all of you will then enjoy the rest of your evenings pretty well. There are a couple incidents that, fortunately, none of you are actually beholden to. The attractive-looking man, apparently one of the a very rowdy lady, attempted to get basically do a squeeze of the butt cheeks, and so she got kicked out. And the incredibly androgynous elf ended up helping you with a drink order with the kobolds at one point in time, and one of them accidentally copped a feel on that person rather than you. Looks like he was aiming for you, Brissel. But was very drunk.
Yeah.
So they got in trouble too. But nonetheless, it's late after midnight when things sort of die down, and Tabin will actually find you later on. Ladies, good night. You did a good job. Not many drink orders messed up. For your first night, not too bad. I could probably have you here, 3 nights a week? How's that sound to you? We'll go for,
Sure.
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays? Or their equivalent of those days. I know there's an actual calendar for Faerun for days of the week. Now I gotta look that up, damn it. Oh, that's right, they have, the 10
they have
They have a 10-day week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So he'll actually have you 4 times a week then. I'm days 2, 4, 6, and 8. There you go. Of the week. I have to look up what the goddamn 10-day is.
That's good.
So. You will get paid. Oh, let's see here. You guys were working. You actually working for? He'll say thanks for helping out. Thanks for helping out earlier today. Most days I'm gonna just need you to show. That was pretty much to show you the ropes. Not gonna give you a lot for that part of the day, but I'll give you a little bit for taking your time at least to assist. Most of the days I just want you to show up for the job. You do your thing. Bam, boom. We're done. We can work it out for now. If you need some extra cash, you can let me know. But for now, we can work it out like this. So he'll each give you 100 for your troubles for the night, and he'll give you an extra 50 for the extra hours you put in. So you each get 150.
That was some good money.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently in Faerun, days of the week are just numbered.
That's what I think they actually are, but I think trying to figure out what the hell the 10-day numbers are is God.
I mean, it'd probably just be day 3, 5, 3, 5, 9,
They have 30-day months divided into 3 blocks of 10 days.
Oh god, that's confusing. I can barely keep track of the months as it is.
Mm-hmm. God. Oh, and I can find the days of the months at least. That one I can give you.
Yeah, those are not hard to find.
Uh-huh. Oh, and there's actually 5 days in the calendar that aren't part of any months. Because it does also a 365-day year. Because it's basically Earth. So there's just 5 extra days.
Just...
I think they're all festivals, basically. There's holidays in between some months.
Oh yeah, I think it's supposed to
Got
be every.
Yeah. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah. What's your plans? You gonna head back to the motel? It is very late now.
Yeah,
I
we
mean, I
should
guess so.
head back and see how much fun he had on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did pay for a couple extra days, right? How many? Was it just 1 extra day or a couple?
I think 1 extra day.
Okay, we'll have to do that. figure that out tomorrow.
I think I can't remember how much I was charging you, but we can say like I think you could probably get away for like 50 a night for your room.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, so you've earned enough that you definitely could stay for quite a while there right now. So you don't have to. You at least have money to stay at the location.
Mm.
Though you probably haven't eaten anything in like half a day. Also now at this point in time.
I'll have you know, I still have some bread and cakes left.
They're getting a little stale.
Rations.
The bread and cake getting a little stale. You don't really store them away very well. They're just like kind of in your bag.
Yeah, I probably won't.
But it's still good enough.
Still good enough. All right. So you'll head back to the motel room. Get back in. It's a bit of a walk, so it's probably like maybe like 2 in the morning when you're finally getting there. The TV will be on, and there's gonna be like an imp lounging in the bed watching it. Like the thing is, he's tiny, so he's got like the huge remote next to him, and he's like just pressing buttons on it, like to his side, like lounging into it. Welcome back. Hey, how's it going? How'd things go?
Well, we got jobs, got some more money. Can't complain for now.
Great.
How did the phone go?
Oh, yeah. You know, I don't really know. When you try to look up something on there, it gives you like 100 options of stuff. When I figured out how to use it, it kind of was a weird time. And, I think it's, it seems like the more information you have, the better. And, no one really knows about the eye, so to say. The Eye of Asmodeus seems to show up in some popular literature, but whoever actually has it right now, I can't say. Unfortunately.
You know where it last showed up in literature?
Oh, yeah. Seems to show up, I tried to track its history for a while. Try to figure out some information about that, of old stories about things like that. Old artifacts and stuff. Looking up some things about our illustrious leader and our cults and stuff. And, it seems like the last mention of anything that might be it was about 1,000 years ago. Doesn't really help modern day. I guess whoever has it's not advertising right now. Oh,
where was it mentioned to be?
Well, that was an interesting one. It in fact seems to have been I have to get country names right. Give me a second. Coral map. So I'm gonna get this name wrong. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll just keep it. Well, I'll just keep it a little simpler than I thought I was gonna do it. Seems last time it was seen was in Neverwinter.
Interesting.
But that was 1,000 years ago. So, yeah.
Still, you never know if perhaps up in Neverwinter they have more records. Maybe some that aren't on that little device. I mean, probably can't hold that much information.
Are there any other ways to track it?
Maybe a magic spell? You folks have had exposure to it, which means you should be able to track it with some magic or something. I mean, with how roads are nowadays and how travel seems to be, I don't think it would take us too long to get to Netherwinter. Normally that'd be like a week or two's journey from walking. We could probably get up there in maybe a day or two. Not sure. Let me see this map here.
Yeah. I think you said day or two walking. No, it'd probably be like a couple.
I said
weeks.
So I said a couple weeks of walking, or day or two not walking.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. Neverwinter is approximately it's over 1,000 miles to the north along the coast. So it's quite a ways away, you know.
I mean, if I get a scroll, perhaps I could try to locate the object. But is
Well, I think you need some funding
felt
before
like that would be out of my range right now.
Yeah, I think we need some funding either way. Magic scrolls, don't know where to find them. Even if they're cheap or expensive, don't even know that. Seems like when I looked up magic items, because I thought about this a little bit, it seems like there's some deals for it, but most of the time it seems to be private people selling stuff. Kind of hard to find things. And to get them verified, even harder. Seems like most people don't do magic trading on the phone. There was a couple places that had them for sale, but most of them had to arrange for people to meet face-to-face with it.
Were there any of those close by?
I saw a couple people selling things in town, but I don't have an exact address right now. Seems like we'd have to get something like called a finance card and use its numbers in the phone to I guess verify we have money. I think from what I can tell, this finance card seems to be linked to maybe like a bank or something that we have. Because they can do all this stuff over the weird phone here and stuff, and this Wi-Fi, this network of information. I feel like that's probably where it's coming from.
This seems to make some kind of sense.
Yeah.
How can we get one of those?
I have no idea. That I didn't find out about.
Even if I were to get a spell, if I remember correctly, the spell to locate objects still requires you to be fairly close.
Yeah, and we don't
1,000 feet or so.
And we don't even know if it's still in Neverwinter now. That was the last time we found anything out about it. Well,
like I said, perhaps there could be, that'll be something we'll have to do on one of our days off.
Well, perhaps we should also look into making like a more permanent home. You folks are paying a lot of money to stay in an inn like this, right? Do we have some kind of place that we can either buy outright or maybe squat at or something?
Yeah, my cheaper option would definitely be preferred.
Maybe we can ask someone at work if they know of anywhere.
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, so you guys got jobs then? What you doing? Oh. I'm gonna roll something here.
I mean, we probably put our normal clothes back on.
Yeah. He's gonna kind of like take like a sniff around. He's like, "Oh, that's what you're doing." Okay.
How did you figure that out?
You kind of have a unique musk about you.
Well, believe me, that's not our musk.
Oh.
We serve the drinks.
Sounds like an interesting party.
And you might like it. Most of the customers are also short.
Maybe I'll stop by next time you work.
Well, you still have to pay for your drinks. I'm not paying them.
Cheap.
Wow, I thought he liked me.
Well, that's about all I found out right now. I can't say much more about what's going on. It seems like, again, there's a lot of information to find out. Hard to say about a lot of it, though.
I think
You can maybe find out about that card.
I'll try looking into it. But it looks like, from what I've been able to tell, I did look into traveling to Neverwinter a little bit because I figured you might say something about it. There seems to be a main highway that leads up the coast. Takes the place of the old road that used to go up the Sword Coast. We'd have to pass through all the major stops, but I mean, if you don't mind taking a quick visit to Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep, we could probably make it to Neverwinter pretty decently. I believe they call it Route 5.
We need to get one of those car beasts for that, I assume.
Yeah! Apparently there's places in town where you can get ones that are, they call them, pre-owned. I think that means that they've been broken in, and, people just don't want them anymore.
How much were they?
Oh... Seems like the cheapest one was like, maybe 1,000, say ruples? I haven't used it for...
Ruples.
Ruples, yes.
Lira.
God.
Ah!
For some reason I want to call it ruples. Is that because I was, like, Zelda?
Yeah, no, I've been Zeldering, yeah.
Probably.
Lira. I had note of that on my sheet. I'm just gonna, like, underline that so I remember it. I will probably not realize why I underlined that. At least 1,000 Leah for the cheapest one, but I think that's like a older car beast that's not working as quite as well, you know, kind of falling apart. The newer ones seem to be maybe up to 10,000 Leah. Seems like you, how much you bring home today, anyway?
150 each.
Ah! Man, that's pretty good money. From what I've seen, pretty good money. What are you doing?
And then I also have a job tomorrow night.
Okay.
Not entirely sure what it is, but we'll find out.
Well, that's great.
I was offered a day and a half's pay for 30 minutes of apparently nothing sexual, so... And I'm gonna show everyone the card.
Are we sure that's safe?
Probably
Sounds
not,
like
but...
Someone is setting you up to murder you.
I mean... I'm pretty quick.
That's fair.
Money's money, you know?
Yeah.
As long as you don't die in the process.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe we should maybe stay nearby though, maybe outside of whatever this business is, just make sure nothing goes down.
I could also sneak him in with me, and he can come and warn you if anything's going down.
That could work.
Sounds good. I can do my own mind speaking and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, something that my kind don't normally have, but I'm I'm unique in my abilities.
I guess we have a plan then.
All right. So you can enjoy the rest of your evening, resting up, relaxing after a long day of work. The next morning, is one of you planning on renewing your time at the Edge of the Desert motel here? At least for now.
Yeah, we probably discussed, like, what's our priority? Getting a house next? Or getting a place to stay next? Or, getting a car?
I'd say getting a place to stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you just going to stick to, like, one day at a time?
Probably by
then?
one...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do one day at a time. We'll probably buy another night.
Okay. So it'll be another 50. It'll be easy to take care of that. What are you doing during the day, then? Since you have that job around midnight, Threzee. What are your plans for the rest of today for the three of you? Because you did discuss looking into housing at your job, but that's not until tomorrow night. Tonight, Therezee's got her special job.
Maybe we can go back to the church and see if there's anyone we can pick up on.
You could always,
I may stick around the motel and use my newfound ability to look for maybe a place to stay.
Basically, like, bond with the phone and, like, use that, like, your 10 minutes to basically, like, attempt to look into housing.
10 minutes every short rest.
Okay, then give me just, if you're going to do that for the day, just give me one intelligence check with proficiency. And we'll see, you can add your proficiency bonus to it, and we'll see what you get.
Oh, that's... I did not add... yeah, I don't think there's an easy way to add proficiency to things. I should probably set that up. But anyway, so that should have a +2 to it.
So a 5. Okay.
Oh gosh.
You still rolled a 3.
Yep.
So, from what you can tell, a lot of places are very expensive. A lot of times, it seems like there is, on the outer edges of the city, from when you're, like, looking through it, there are actual homes to buy. But they tend to be very expensive. Like, the cheapest one you found was, like, $100,000. Or, lira. Some are up towards, like, 500,000. Which is, like, an insane amount that you've heard of. Like, you're like, isn't that, like, enough to, like... That'd be like enough gold to like buy half a city kind of thing, You're like, God, we're like legendary magic items, that are supposed to be like the power to destroy entire like cities and things like ridiculous stuff like that. It is an insane amount.
Yeah.
You can pick up that there does seem to be a loan system for getting a house. You're not sure how to go about getting one of those, unfortunately, but it does look like there's one. It does look like there's also probably apartments in town, as far as you can tell, but your attempts to look through them and like figure out what would be a good one, you didn't have much success. It was kind of like there are places to stay in town, and that's the best you could pick up. But many of them also seemed pretty expensive. You're thinking that maybe like living in some of those big buildings is just expensive in general, maybe. So maybe going about trying to figure out how to get a temporary loan to pay off over time. Sounds kind of like something like a loan shark would give you, like a money lender, a shady money lender. But apparently it seems to be a normal thing for getting a house.
Yeah.
Mishka, Threzee, what are you two doing?
We should
Well, obviously,
probably make him
Wait, what's Michigan doing?
making more coffee.
Okay, that is successful. Apparently,
The
like
one successful thing she's done.
yes,
So far.
yeah, she's learned how to make coffee. So you're making coffee, like serving it. Threzee, are you doing anything in particular right now, at least, while Vercel's taking time to like look into and try to learn about the housing market?
I'm gonna share that coffee,
Mm-hmm.
dip my stale ass cakes in it,
Mm-hmm. It helps
eat
a lot.
those,
Yep, it's very
Yep.
good.
and catch up on that drama show I've been missing at work.
Uh huh.
Exactly.
So nothing useful.
So you basically kind of
Yeah.
spend the day like watching some random TV. There's apparently like some like things on this television that are like it's talk shows, but it's like different than anything you've seen before because it's like it seems to be one person talking to a bunch of sums. There's this entire thing about this like half-orc lady who apparently slept with a dwarf, an elf, and a human, and one of them is apparently the father of her child.
Oh.
But like the child looks very orc, so it's really hard to tell. And there's an entire discussion on it that they're like apparently discussing who the father is, and the audience is getting. There's apparently an audience there like watching this, and you're like, why can't you be in the audience? Why can't you yell at this too?
They start doing lie detector smells and
Yeah, stuff you don't understand what's going on, but it seems to be a very interesting argument that this very promiscuous woman has had a child with one of them.
she just happens to also have really bad teeth.
I mean, she is a half orc, so she's got that. She's got those like it's not fangs. What's the an overbite? Well, I guess it might be fangs. The big teeth.
They're kind of like tusk-like, rather
Tusks.
than fangs.
That's it. Yes, it's tusks.
Yeah,
She's got those tusks. Yeah.
she got them tusks, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Mishka and Thirsty are not being helpful.
Not at all. I think they've settled into too much of a routine here at the motel.
Yeah. This life is so much cushier.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? You just have to, like, walk around in scantily clad clothing for a couple hours and you get paid enough to, like, live off of?
And there's protection there.
It's perfect. Even though Misha's not very comfortable with the scene, she's pretty happy with the pay at least.
Mm-hmm. I'll just I had to quickly find this while you were discussing that. I have to show you something over a Shadowrun orc, basically, for half orc woman. You'll have to see that one. It'll be interesting. I'll put it in the thing over break. But okay, so we'll just have the day go by, and well, actually, why don't we take our break now? As it's about noon, and you can enjoy figuring out what's going on with your second job, Threzee, when we get back. It'll be interesting.
Money's money.
Yes. So if you need a bathroom break, get a snack, or go get a drink, go ahead and do that. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. So see you in a second, folks.